Well, just as I said a couple of days ago, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are at war. When I said it a couple of days ago, people are like, oh no, you're over exaggerating and the whole 9 yards. Well, it's proven yet again that I was right. I've got a lot to share with you in today's broadcast. There's a lot of conspiracies and rumors flying out there regarding what's going on with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And I'm going to get into all of it in today's broadcast. But bottom line, this is causing so much division. It's really making me sick to my stomach. I think, quite frankly, I'm going to be honest with you from the very get-go. I think this is one big stupid feud, and it's making us look bad. And what pisses me off even more is the fact that conservatives are out there saying, okay, I'm going to take Elon Musk's side. I'm going to take Trump's side. Whose side are you on? Placing bets in the whole 9 yards. And that needs to stop. I'm not on anybody's side, right? I'm on the side of truth, whoever brings that to me, and freedom and rights. I'm not going to be like, well, I'm here and I'm standing here or I'm standing here. The bottom line is it's a stupid fight. And the other thing is the people that are out there saying and asking whose side you're on are being ridiculous, because it's like, okay, take for an example, two parents who are married, they get a divorce. It's like asking a child, are you with mommy or daddy? I mean, drop it. It's over. Sorry, I had to vent that frustration, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Let me dive in to what is going on the details. For starters, let's start first with the fact we all know that they were already at odds over this big, beautiful bill. Elon Musk wasn't happy about it. He's been vocal about it over the past couple of days. One of the reasons that I said that they were at odds, he doesn't like the fact that we have this massive deficit and they're going trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, especially after all the work that he has done with Doge. The other thing that is coming up in this new battle is the EV mandates. As we know, Elon Musk has, the Teslas there, and Donald Trump is dropping the EV mandates. Well, apparently this is also a point of contention, at least according to Donald J. Trump. Trump posted this, and he says this on his Truth Social page. He says, Elon is wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. Well, Elon Musk responds to that and he says, well, this is an obvious lie. So sad. And so he says, Donald Trump's lying about that. I don't really care about the EV mandate, yada, yada, and the whole 9 yards, right? Then Elon Musk posts one of the biggest statements that is sending shockwaves that even the mainstream media was hesitant to report on, and that is this: time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump is in the files. These files you can see on the screen here. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. So he accuses him of having involvement with someone who is a very bad person. Obviously, there's been rumors about Donald Trump being in these files for quite some time, but Donald Trump responds to that. He doesn't mention anything about the files, right, which he's promised to release, but he says this. He says the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. So he threatens to cancel all these contracts with Elon Musk. So obviously that's going to send Mr. Musk off the deep end as well. So if you go back over to his page, he states this: in light of the president's statement about canceling of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately, which we absolutely need and is the only craft that can do the job there. So he says, I'm going to cancel it. Since you're going to cancel all my stuff, I'm going to cancel you. It's a big, stupid fight. He goes on to say more stuff. Here's Ian Miles Shang, who says, Elon versus Trump, who wins? My money's on Elon. Elon Musk retweets that. Going up a little further, he talks more about the island there and Donald Trump's connections and how many times he's flown on the plane. He's resharing this post by age. You kind of see some of that in there. Going up a little further, he shares this video, which basically talks about how Donald Trump and what he's doing is going to cause a recession in the second half of the year. In other words, Elon Trump doesn't like the tariffs. He doesn't like the fact that The Doge cuts aren't being handled in the big, beautiful bill, and he doesn't like the EV mandates. These are three massive points of contention. He goes on to share a video in 1992 of Donald Trump partying with Jeff, right? And these are actually cheerleaders that he's there with, but this is a very old video, and he shares it kind of with that like kind of face on there. But going back over to Donald J. Trump, the last one as of the making of this video that he said regarding Elon was this: I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress. It's a record cut inexpensive $1.6 trillion, the biggest tax cut ever given. If the bill doesn't pass, there will be a 68% tax increase and things far worse than that. I didn't create this mess. I'm here to fix it. And that puts our country on a path of greatness. Make America great again. And then we also get news that Trump is going to sell the Tesla that he bought. So that is where we are at this time. That's the whole feud. Try to go through it quickly. That is what's going on. Now, as far as the rumors, we've all seen this very recently, on the face of Elon Musk. He's got a black eye. He came in one day with a black eye and people started questioning, hey, what the hell happened? Is there more to the story? What went on? Did him and Donald Trump get in some kind of physical feud? I don't know, or maybe it was with something else. Well, I really don't know how he got that. But around the same time that he got this black eye, we have the feuds starting up and going on between the two. Donald Trump has kind of came out and made a statement about the eye, but not that he has done anything or he had anything to do with it. And neither has said anything about that. But the timing is very, very interesting. I'm going to sit on that. But regarding this little number here with Donald J. Trump and Jeff there in the back, and the accusation made by Elon Musk, I'm going to get into that in just a moment. But before I do, I want to state this about Elon. Look, first of all, let's start with some of the rumors that are there before I get into that other stuff, right? First of all, here's what we do know. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are at odds. Fact. What are they upset about? Well, I'm going to put the ball in Elon's court for 1 minute, because if I was Elon, I would be upset. You have Elon that literally risked his entire career, risked his business, risked his life to go on a limb and help Donald J. Trump save the country. So he said, you know what? I'll help you with all the massive fraudulent spending that's happened. I'll go and do Doge. And he did Doge with the intent that Donald Trump would take action on it. Now, when he saw that Donald Trump didn't take action and he basically gave up a lot of money, right? He wasn't getting paid for doing Doge. His Tesla business got attacked, obliterated as a result of him joining ties with Donald J. Trump. And then Trump basically, and I'm just going to put it frankly, stabs him in the back, metaphorically speaking, and says, you know what? We're not going to do anything about the trillions and trillions of dollars you saved. Thank you for bringing it to the surface. We'll eventually get there, hopefully, right? And maybe they will. Maybe Donald Trump has something in mind. That would piss me off. Period. The fact that on top of that, he cut away all the EV mandate stuff, which obviously Elon Musk's Tesla business was benefiting off of that. And he says, I cut you off. Then he talks about cutting off his contracts and all of that and everything. I'm sorry, but Elon Musk does have a valid case when it comes to the feud between the two. He absolutely does. He risked everything, put his career on the line. His career completely dropped. And none of what he did actually stuck. That's why he got so pissed about this big, beautiful bill, right? And I think that was kind of the icing on the cake. Now, there are theories going around that, you know what, they're doing this feud on purpose. It was planned. I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I'm sorry. Because quite frankly, it's just one big stupid feud. Like, nobody benefits from this at all. Elon Musk, okay, he's not going to magically get the conservatives, the liberals to come back and be like, oh, we like you now because you're at this feud. Like, it doesn't benefit them. Neither side benefits. And the other thing is, people were out there saying, oh, you know what? It's to expose the traitor. The traitors. They purposely did this. And, if you side with Elon Musk, then you're siding with the traitors. That doesn't make sense to me. Nothing about that even makes sense. Because, as you're going to see in the moment, There are already talks of potentially having them have phone conversations together and mending it. But I don't see that as legit. I don't see the fact that they're trying to find traitors as legit. Neither do I see it as that Musk was trying to get his credibility back. I just see it as one big stupid feud. Another possibility that people have been throwing out there is Musk was in on it all along. He was always there to ruin Donald J. Trump. I don't see that either, because Elon Musk wouldn't have spent billions of dollars and time and effort the way that he has in order to lose pretty much a majority of his companies, right? It doesn't make sense. Now, the other rumor that's out there is so that Donald Trump will finally release the information list on Epstein, that he's finally going to release that. And that doesn't make sense either, because he's already promised to release it. Like, it's coming out. The information is coming out. And this isn't going to push it on in any way, shape, or form. I don't think it really matters, right? This isn't the deal. So I just think it's one big, stupid fight. But on that note, regarding this little number here, I do not believe wholeheartedly at all that Donald Trump did anything criminal with Jeffrey, right? And the reason I say that is because of a couple reasons. First of all, if he really was on the list, then Joe Biden's administration would have released it. If there was any criminal activity that Donald Trump did with Jeff, then it would have been released. That's the bottom line, but also because of other reasons. Take a look at this first. Now, Elon Musk, this is not the first time he called someone out in anger, particularly referencing people who hurt children, right? And so this is not the first time. He actually did it before in 2018. And here is that little claim where he had to apologize for an unfounded claim regarding this British carver, Vern Unsworth, right? So it's not the first time he's done that. The second thing regarding the Jeffrey, here we have David Schoen. He was hired to lead Jeffrey's defense as a criminal lawyer 9 days before he died. He sought my advice for months before that. He can say authoritatively, unequivocally, and definitively that he had no information to hurt President Trump. He specifically asked him, and this was back a long time ago, but he republished it in 2025 saying he's not a part of that at all. Another reason is because we also know that, and this isn't it, we also know that President Trump kicked Jeffrey out of his Palm Beach golf club. That is a fact. So we also have the fact that that happened. So because of those reasons and because of the fact that Joe Biden didn't open up the file, tells me there is no, that Donald Trump was not on the list. So that's where I'm going to stand on that. But with that, Elon Musk and Donald Trump could be calming the waters, because Elon Musk's latest tweets kind of hint at that. Here he reposts this by Naval. Elon's stance is principled. Trump's is practical. Tech needs Republican for the present. Republicans need tech for the future. Drop the cuts. Cut some pork, get through the bill. Then he also responded to Alaska here, who said, this is a shame, this back and forth. You are both better than this. Cool off, take a step back for a couple days. And Elon says, good advice. Okay, we won't decommission Dragon. Well, that's good. We get to leave that in commission. And then he also responds to Bill Ackerman, who says, I support you both. You should make peace for the benefit of the country. And Elon Musk goes, you're not wrong, right? So there is some talk of easing the waters, right? And all of that as well. In fact, Donald Trump, his administration has signaled some kind of peace talk with Elon Musk. So supposedly the White House aides are there and they're saying, hey, we have a scheduled call on Friday to de-escalate things with the CEO of Tesla and kind of broker peace. That was on Politico there. But it has come out that Donald Trump is very hesitant to do that. President Trump tells ABC News he's not particularly interested in talking to Elon and calls him a man who has lost his mind. So at this time, I'm not sure that those calls are going to take place or not, and maybe they do. But at this point, at least Elon Musk seems to be calming things down. Now, one little twist on top of everything, I want to say there's a lot of Democrats out there saying, well, Donald Trump didn't defend himself and say that he wasn't on Jeffrey's list. Well, here's the deal. I think there's a little deeper story to that. I think that Donald Trump, knowing that he's not on there, could very well sue Elon Musk. And that's why he's being quiet about being on the list, right? He's not saying anything because this could very well be a defamation lawsuit for Donald Trump against Elon. And maybe that's why he's hesitant to take the call. Just a thought, because Donald Trump is obviously the king of getting sued and the king of suing. So just my 2 cents on the whole thing. That is where I lie. And again, don't let this divide us. Don't let this split us. It shouldn't be about that. We're not picking mom or dad and which side to go on. We're picking the side of freedom and whoever stands on that. And quite frankly, we need the both of them. Anyhow, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.